The Whitmore mansion had always been a symbol of perfection: white pillars, spotless windows, trimmed gardens, and a reputation polished over generations. Yet Elena, the new maid hired just 3 weeks ago, felt an unsettling heaviness in its hallways, as if the silence itself was hiding a heartbeat. Every morning, she carried out her chores with precision, dusting antiques older than her grandmother, polishing mirrors that seemed to watch her back, and passing the long corridor that led to the East Wing, an area strictly forbidden by the millionaire, Charles Whitmore, whose calm smile always tightened whenever she approached that direction. Elena was naturally curious, but she respected rules, until the day strange sounds began echoing from behind the locked double doors of that forbidden wing. Soft tapping, hurried footsteps, then complete stillness, only to be followed by a faint cough that no empty room could produce. She tried convincing herself it was just the old house settling, yet the sounds continued every night, growing louder, more desperate, as if someone was trying to communicate through walls. One evening, while wiping down the grand staircase, she overheard Charles speaking harshly to his wife in the study, saying, "No one goes near that room. If the world finds out what happened, everything is finished," and her stomach tightened with dread. What happened? To whom? She couldn't shake the feeling that the mansion was hiding a soul, living or suffering. The next morning, Charles left for a business trip, and his wife vanished to her spa retreat, leaving the staff unsupervised. That was the moment Elena felt the house almost breathe, as if inviting her deeper into its truth. With trembling hands and a racing heart, she walked toward the East Wing. The hallway lights flickered slightly, and the air grew colder as she neared the locked doors. But today they weren't fully shut. Someone had forgotten to turn the key all the way. She hesitated only a second before pushing them open. The room was pitch black, dusty, abandoned, or so it seemed. As she stepped inside, the floor creaked under her weight, and the faint smell of medicine drifted through the air. Something was wrong. Her instincts screamed at her to leave, yet her curiosity dragged her further, eyes scanning the darkness until she noticed a bookshelf pushed oddly forward, leaving scratch marks on the floor, as if moved often. Her breath caught. She touched the edge and lightly pushed, and the entire shelf shifted, revealing a narrow passageway behind it, cold, dimly lit, and terrifying. She whispered, "Hello," and instantly froze when she received a reply, a tiny tremble of a voice saying, "Please, don't tell my father." Elena's heart nearly stopped. Someone was inside. She stepped into the secret corridor, each step echoing as if announcing her arrival to the shadows. Then she saw him, a boy no older than 12, thin as a twig, sitting on a small mattress with blankets neatly folded beside him. His eyes were sunken, but gentle, his skin pale, as if he hadn't seen sunlight in years. A tray with untouched food sat beside him, and an inhaler lay near his hand. "Who are you?" Elena asked softly, but the boy shook his head. "I'm not supposed to talk to anyone. Papa says I'll be taken away if the world sees me." Elena knelt in front of him, her voice trembling. "What's your name?" He hesitated, then whispered, "Elias. I'm Charles Whitmore's son." Elena felt her blood run cold. The millionaire's son, hidden, locked away, living in a secret room. Her mind raced through rumors she had heard. The Whitmores only had one daughter, the glamorous teenager always flaunted on magazine covers. But a son? Why hide a child? Elias clutched his blanket. "Papa says I'm sick, that people won't understand." His cough suddenly erupted, deep, painful, and endless. Elena rushed to steady him, noticing his inhaler was nearly empty. "How long have you been here?" she asked. "Since I was 5, he whispered, tears filling his eyes. "I want to see the sun. I want to go outside just once." Her chest tightened at the heartbreaking plea. 7 years. 7 years locked in a hidden room while the world believed he didn't exist. Elena knew she had to do something. She couldn't leave him. She carried Elias carefully out of the secret room, and as sunlight hit his face for the first time in years, his eyes widened in awe, the roses in the garden, the fountain sparkling under the morning glow, the warmth on his skin. But before she could take another step, the sound of tires screeching into the driveway shattered the moment. Charles Whitmore had returned early. Elias clung to her, terrified. Elena's pulse roared as Charles stormed toward them, his face drained of color when he saw his hidden son standing in daylight. "Elena," he growled, "you have no idea what you've done." But Elena stood tall, shielding the trembling boy behind her. "You can't hide a child," she said fiercely. You can't bury a life because of fear. Charles's expression cracked, not anger, but deep, painful guilt. And for the first time, Elena saw not a ruthless millionaire, but a father drowning in regret. The truth was about to unravel, and nothing would ever be the same again. And as this story reaches deeper and darker layers, revealing shocking secrets behind the Whitmore legacy, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss the next chapter. Trust me, things are about to explode in a way you won't believe.